is the Quack House Podcast.
You good? It's your boy Kev coming back at it again with another podcast. I got with me my boy Darren.
How's it going?
My girl Kayla.
Hello.
My other boy Drucifer.
Hello.
And Johnny Boy.
Hello.
And today we are going to be talking about Diddy. Did he do it?
Did he do that?
Diddy done did it.
All right, y'all. I'm about to pop for a minute.
Oh, yeah. And we're back at it.
All right, popping the Mike's cherry. What's
All
up?
right. And now that we did that, on that note, it's your boy Kev coming back at it again with another podcast. I got with me my boy Darren.
How's it going?
I got with me my girl Kayla.
Hello.
I got with me my boy Drucifer.
Good evening.
And I got with me, with us, Johnny Boy.
Pulling a double intro this week, guys.
Well, they won't hear the other intro.
I think we should use both of them.
Well, now they're going to be they're going to be thinking about the other intro now because we're mentioning it.
I know, right?
Yeah, I think we should use both intros.
Yes.
Fine. We can keep them in.
You know what? Just record another one right now.
No.
Oh, yes, three.
No.
Just the whole episode is it's your boy Kev.
No.
Yes, we're just
Yeah, we're
practicing
just going to try
intros.
different styles of intro. Can
Oh,
you do
dear.
like an old antique farmer?
Antique farmer. What the hell are you talking
Right, like I can't.
I've seen all you guys' faces.
I'm like trying to think. Like, would it be like
How do you harvest
it's
antiques?
your boy Kev coming back at it again with another?
Like,
Sound like an
Oh,
old
man.
lady trying to like sell me chicken wings.
I know, right?
You know what? We're talking
Okay.
Eustace. Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Ah!
That's what you need to do.
yeah, that's a good one,
You made me look bad.
right?
Stupid dog.
Okay, so anyways, for this week we are going to be talking about the diddler, Diddy. Did he do it? Did he
Did he
Did he
diddle?
do that?
Did he do that? That is a good
Did he
question.
done diddled?
Diddler on the
How
roof.
much does everyone kind of know about the whole Diddy situation?
I would
Old
say
Coco.
I am about 20% knowledge. I don't know how the hell I'm
Wait.
basing that or what I'm basing that off of, but 20%.
True question. How much does anybody really know about
Very
the Diddy
true.
stuff?
That's true.
Very
Well, we're
true.
about to find out.
Yeah, but like, just
What if I told you guys
off
we
of-
have not been recording this whole time?
I can tell you that you're lying.
Okay.
But anyways, I just out of curiosity, do you know a lot about it, Drew?
No, not really.
I mean, it's been
just
so
know.
many
Kinda
months now
Followed
that
it for like the first
week or so.
and then
maybe.
that's kind of how I was too.
That's how I was, and then I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I wonder what's going on with him.
It's like,
So,
kinda
just
fell off,
another,
huh?
just another
Yeah.
hard artist. You know?
yeah, yep, another graper.
And then,
Yeah.
Graper.
and then
Stop
with me,
graping people.
Right,
People.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not cool.
But then with me, it's basically, you know how they say redheads are freaks, but now they're going to be saying just Diddies are freaks.
Yeah, Drown. Are you a freak? You're a redhead.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry, John.
I was like, damn, thanks a lot. I was like, wait, I was,
Well, I mean, your hair's not that red. I'm talking
No,
like
it looks kind of blonde
the
right now. Actually,
stereotypical redheaded girls are freaks.
I mean, I just
Besides
want to
his
let you guys
beard.
know the carpet does match the drapes. I don't really know.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you said that.
Hey.
I was about to start asking some questions on that one.
I was about to back it up 100%.
I really don't know. But
I'm like
anyways,
one of those hairless cats at this point.
Yes, yes.
hey, he his beard is definitely where the red's at.
Yeah, for sure.
His hair has it
Don't
kind of
eyeball
throughout
like
too, but he's not like a true
Don't you
redhead.
fucking look at me like
Right, right, right.
But anyways,
Number 3.
so on today's episode, Kayla's going to be giving us a big rundown on multiple things about Diddy and what all kind of happened. And we'll kind of find out if he did do it, which we all know he did.
Yeah, he did.
All
Yeah, no,
right,
he's
we're
guilty.
the
He
Diddy jury.
Definitely
I
did it.
do know that his attorney, one of his attorneys, stepped down or like he.
Yeah, he's currently working on quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, John was saying that too.
Wait. So he's working on quitting, but he can't just quit? But he's
No,
running a
no,
contract.
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
he?
he has to
Right.
sign stuff, and then he has to be released from Diddy's lawyer and shit like that. But the guy is like, I'm pretty much done at this point. He's like, I just don't want to do it anymore.
I wouldn't
he's
either.
got way too much evidence against him.
Jeez.
Right. Like, and I know lawyers, they will defend, some of the worst criminals and stuff like
Well,
that.
it's all
Because
about-
they
that
need
was
to.
the same
It's all about the
attorney.
money and the name.
But the moment you have a lawyer going, yeah, I'm backing out, you're just like,
Well, that was the same attorney that represented Osama bin Laden.
No way.
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
what?
Well, how long ago are we
Hold
talking?
up.
Are we talking
I-
back when he was getting trained by the CIA, or
I'm not sure.
You know what? Hold
But
on.
I am. Hey, can you Google that, please?
Another spin on this thing though is you know how this is they're talking about Diddy is being charged with a RICO case.
Yeah.
His attorney's name is Anthony Rico.
Dun,
okay?
dun,
That's the one that's
dun.
trying to quit.
But can you Google that, please?
What are we googling?
If that is the same attorney.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
that-
Diddy's attorney was the same as Osama bin Laden.
Well, he's got multiple attorneys, but
Who's leading it?
I've seen the name Busby a lot.
Busby.
I think
Busby.
Busby or I don't know if I have it written down anywhere.
Well,
Man,
All right, but hey, we should get on track though.
is
we will.
Busby in trouble?
Right?
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
wait.
Diddy too long.
Wait. There's no
Bless
way
you.
that's just a second one.
served as counsel in the
Wow.
case. Thank you guys.
Bless you, by the way.
Osama bin Laden related in '98 Osama embassy bombings and also had clients in other high profile cases.
So I do know a little bit more about this case than I
See, that's the
thought.
thing is like I have
What?
a lot of breakthroughs, but it's not like the I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
what's going
just amazed that Diddy pulled the
So,
same guy for Osama
He
bin
served
Laden.
on counsel against
Oh.
bin Laden.
on.
Oh,
That's different.
Okay.
That is
okay.
different.
Okay.
So half
Damn.
truths. My bad.
Hey,
My bad.
but you knew that
Everything
he
was
was
there
part
but
of
the
Hey.
one word.
I heard his name and bin Laden in case,
Right.
and I was like, you know what? He's representing the diddler, so he had to be representing
Crazy.
Osama.
Right.
No,
Right, yeah.
yeah, I get
So-
the logic.
Yeah, because think about it. It's just like two peas at a Diddy party.
Obviously, I was incorrect, and I am talking about attorneys. So, my apologies. I was incorrect. I was
Oh.
wrong.
It's all good.
I was wrong.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. He
Wait,
was,
so
he
who's
was
the main
wrong.
attorney
He
then?
was wrong.
I was wrong.
Diddy?
Yeah, can you look that up for me, please? Just out
Um,
of curiosity.
so while he's looking that up,
All right. Who just? It was a John or Andrew?
Did you not just see it?
so
See, this-
I
this-
just this is what
Yeah,
we've been
explain,
talking
explain.
about this whole time. Mr. Drucifer and his
Wow, goddamn.
monster drinks,
Yep.
his burps are literally to die for.
Mark Angifo.
Oh.
AGNIFILO.
It's called gut rot. That's what Andrew has. Is
Yes.
gut rot.
We
Yep.
understand that he doesn't mean it and everything like that, but damn.
Yep.
Agnifilo.
Oh, that's the main
That's the lead defense attorney,
okay.
Mark Agnifilo.
I think he's done some high profile names too.
Honestly, when you were saying that name, I thought we were looking up what potential gut disease that Andrew has. That's what I thought we were.
Okay, so we're gonna reel it back in now, and we're gonna go with the starting to talk about the diddler. That is your cue, and it's all for you.
All for you. Okay. Well, so I watched a few interviews with Michael Francisi. Is
Yep.
that how you say it?
Michael Francis.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The ex mobster, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So I watched a couple of his interviews. One was with Suge Knight, who's also
Yeah.
incarcerated, and then the big homie CC, which is, I feel like he's more credible because he's a celebrity bodyguard that has attended these freak offs.
Now, do you mean
Hold
he
up.
protects celebrities, or he's actually a celebrity who is a bodyguard.
He's a bodyguard for
celebrities.
But
But he's famous because he helps high profile clients or whatever.
does Suge Knight have ties with the Diddler? And
yeah.
in
He
sense
just
of,
has a lot of info, but it's not all credible.
because weren't they like rivals?
Yes.
Okay, so
Technically, yes.
okay.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to, because he wasn't really with Diddy, but
No.
he has information about Diddy.
Well, yeah, Suge had Biggie killed, and then
He was in the car with
and then Diddy
with
had
Tupac.
Tupac.
killed,
allegedly.
and they allegedly. But come on, people.
Oh, he was
connect
a
the
mob
dots.
boss in the 80s.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make
He's
sure.
on the straight and narrow now, and he has books and
Yeah, I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that
He's actually a good guy, by the way. Michael
He seems like
Francis.
it,
He's the
yeah.
son of Sonny Francis. He was
And-
a part of the Colombo crime family. I know a lot about that.
hey,
There you
okay.
go.
Now let's backtrack just for not too far, but a lot of like you're saying it was Suge and then Diddy, right?
Yeah.
So with them, they pretty much. I don't want to necessarily say have like the same group of people that they know, but just in that industry. So people that they know will go to parties and get back to them. So that's how the information like that gets around.
Hey, Drew, can you turn that speaker off right there, please?
So basically, they're just in the same like
Thank
like ecosystem.
The same world.
basically.
Yeah. Oh, you just had to press it once. Thank you. No, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I remember correctly that they were
They're on
more
rival
rivals.
gangs.
Correct. Okay, that's all I wanted to remember.
And then big homie CC, yeah, he's a bodyguard for high profile celebrities. So he had been to 3 of the freak offs. It's interesting because he was saying that the party started out normal, like sometimes there were kids there, whatever, it was totally normal until a bodyguard came around and confiscated everyone's phones, and then you knew something was going down now. So like the people that wanted to participate would then go upstairs, and there would be all the drugs and alcohol that you could ever imagine available to you, even some slipped in things like baby oil, and then sex workers would come in and start pairing off with people upstairs and stuff like that. So this was like a first-hand account of a freak off and how that went down on like a normal basis. Do you have a question?
Well, I feel like more of a statement. What I'm trying to think of the actor, Denzel Washington. He said he would go to the parties but always leave before the devil showed up.
Yes, I saw that too.
And
Yep.
referring to Diddy as the devil.
Yep.
Well, I want to say this about Denzel is why even go to the parties if
They're
you
probably
know...
sweet at first, like open bar.
Yeah, but it depends on how
you
many he went to. Because if he went to like one and saw what happened, but it depends on how
yeah,
many
I
he goes
get
to.
you.
Why even associate with that?
Right,
If you
for
believe
sure.
in like the devil and everything.
Well,
I thought he said usually he'd leave a party around 10.
Yeah, because I think that's when the devil would show it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably.
And that's what I'm
Because
getting
nothing
at. Why
good
even
ever happens
entertain
after
it?
10.
So think about this, okay? You're a high-profile celebrity, and you have 30 of your friends going to this party. You're gonna go, but then the moment the person of the party, hosting the party, shows up, and you leave, you're kind
Well, he was at the party the whole time.
Okay, yes. I did not know that. I'm saying yes, like okay, that makes sense. But I always thought that he made it a point that he would, or maybe it was other parties that he would go to that Diddy might be attending to.
Okay.
Oh, I can
And
see
then
that.
he would leave those parties before Diddy actually appeared to it. Maybe he didn't go to actual Diddy parties.
I feel like Diddy doesn't go to other parties though, 'cause he's got his own.
Why not? I mean, I'm pretty
don't
sure
know.
him and Epstein were linked together heavily.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, a lot
It's
of
the same
celebrities
kind
were,
of
yeah,
situation.
Word.
So, I mean, he would go to those parties, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's probably very true.
All right.
So let me see. I don't know. It's funny because he would talk about the parties and he'd say 1 second you'd see Diddy in a suit and he's normal, and then like a minute or two later he comes out in a towel and he's holding hands with a couple guys, and it's just like, wow. Like, okay. And that he didn't even go upstairs at that point. It was just the main party that he witnessed that. And he started bringing his own bottle of alcohol because his clients were just too much at risk. He usually is the bodyguard for like models and stuff, so they don't eat much. So any alcohol or any drug is gonna like hit hard. So he has to be real careful. He would bring their own alcohol and that kind of thing, because drinks were known to be spiked.
Oh, I bet. I mean, if he spiked baby oil, why wouldn't
Right.
he spike drinks? You know,
Right.
Now, here's a question: at the Diddy parties, how many people do you think had an egg up their ass?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
The egg
that.
test.
Yes.
Yep.
What was it? To prove you were
Ready.
ready to be with Diddy or something.
Yep.
What would you have to do?
You'd have to shove an egg, a hard-boiled egg, up your ass.
No,
and
it
if
wasn't
No,
hard boiled.
I think it was raw.
It was a regular egg. You had to shove it up your ass and have it come
Break?
out
Oh,
Yeah.
not
without
break?
breaking,
Oh.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise you weren't.
So
ready.
basically-
it's like I would never be ready.
Well, it was like a test because if you could go out there and then do some like crunk shit and then not break the egg out of your ass, I mean, then you'd be
That's
like
impressive.
up there on Diddy's list.
Yes, you are his first choice.
Now imagine running through the party butt naked, and then
dropping eggs.
drop the egg and be like, "Ha ha! I am the golden goose," and then run away.
Oh my god,
God.
bro! Imagine if Ice Cube was at one of the parties. Diddy runs up naked. He's like, "Yeah, dropping bombs on your mom." Then he squats down and an egg pops out his ass.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
Denzel got in a confrontation with Diddy in 2003 and told him like he didn't respect anybody, and then stormed out of his party.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's been like over 20 years since he's been to a party.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, he's been doing what he does for 20 years at least.
If
Probably
not longer.
30.
Yeah, so
Longer than
he
that.
He knew
Yeah,
that
it's
in
like
2003.
90s. Right. So I think like 90s is when it mostly
Dude,
picked up.
I feel like even early 2000s, 2010, maybe to like 2015, you could probably get away with things a lot easier than you can now today. Because almost anywhere you go, everybody has their phone. And somewhere, somehow, you're going to be recorded with your pants down and an egg in your ass.
Right.
Yep.
So,
But Diddy's got so much money.
it doesn't matter.
So
obviously-
far, it has.
But
For
look,
a long time,
for a long-
Right,
But,
but-
it always catches up to you.
I was gonna say it's caught up
The
to him now.
The Fed's cases against people are 98% win-loss record.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
98% when it's a Fed, and especially on a RICO case. There's so many things about the RICO Act that I believe are unconstitutional, but they don't lose when
Right.
it's a RICO.
So Diddy started like around getting famous in '93, and then by 2003,
yeah,
we've already escalated this
Wow.
far.
That's crazy.
yeah. I was gonna say it wasn't it around the death of Biggie when he really popped off with.
So '93 is when he founded Bad
Yeah,
Boy.
when you,
Okay.
with that
And
one
then-
song.
I think like '97 is between
Missing
there
You
is
or
when
something?
he died. Yeah. Or yeah, so No Way Out, I'll Be Missing You, Tribute. So that was '97.
So 97.
Yep. So
My guess is that's when all the parties started.
Probably.
Yeah.
that's probably when it started coming out more because he was probably looking for a new friend to hang out with.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Because Biggie was his boy.
Right. But
Yeah.
you can see memes where Biggie, I have a lazy eye, so whatevs. But it would have an eye looking at Diddy, and they're like, you knew he always had to keep one eye on Diddy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I got a
Oh,
good
shit.
question. I got a very good question here.
Oh, sorry, Notorious B.I.G. We've been
Right.
saying Biggie. Is that the same person?
Yes.
Biggie
Okay.
Smalls?
Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
Yes.
You say, you're not supposed to say that 3 times in a mirror?
Right.
No, I think that's Candyman.
No,
Oh, it's
Biggie
Biggie
Smalls,
Smalls.
bro.
Yeah, it's Biggie Smalls.
Biggie
Ah.
Smalls.
Got it.
Oh shit! Nobody say it again.
Biggie Smalls.
Oh fuck!
There's no mirrors. There's a
No,
camera, but
South
there's no
Park.
mirrors.
In South Park, they're like, you can't say Biggie Smalls 3 times in the mirror, or he appears and shoots you,
All
or
right.
something. That's why I'm surprised you didn't get that.
All right, here's my
I
question.
haven't seen that episode in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
You remember the Vote or Die episode?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it was. I think one of the.
That had Diddy in it.
Hold up, time out. Do you remember the episode in South Park where the devil throws a big party?
It looks like Diddy. I swear.
And it basically is surrounded by everything that we're now learning
I
about
forgot
Diddy.
about that. Legit.
Is
Yeah.
it the
There is
same-
literally what? Oh,
I
sorry.
think it's the same episode we were just referencing. The
Yeah,
one,
Yeah,
it
the
is.
3 serial killers, and they throw the devil the birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they fuck up his Ferrari cake or whatever.
Yeah.
So they get him an Acura cake.
Ah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
and it's he's supposed to have a big sex party and stuff too.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and he was
dude.
like, now nobody's gonna come to the sex, drugs, and rock and roll or some shit like that, right? Party.
Oh my gosh, how long have people been trying to point this out to us
Oh,
and we didn't even
forever,
realize it? We
dude.
just thought it was funny shit.
Eminem.
Right, right.
Eminem a couple
for
years
long
ago, right?
time, Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least in one of the songs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wow. We're just ignorant.
I'm
And the
sorry.
kill- that was in the Kill Shot diss you're thinking of.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
when he says sorry, Diddy.
Yeah. Sorry, Diddy.
Something
You know I
about
love you.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
shit.
I
that was
feel,
2006. that South
Eminem, you
Park
better
episode.
be clean.
I think he is, but I think it's more or less like he has to be respectful because I think Dr. Dre and Diddy were actually good friends.
Yeah. Not really. Because
I'm
they
not
were
sure.
kind of east and west too. Because Dr. Dre was with Tupac.
I know,
Well,
but
it depends on their joint ventures too. If they had any business together, so even if you kind of hate each other at some point, if you have business together, then you want to keep the money flowing. You know what I mean? So you're
Right.
gonna have to.
2003, Denzel Washington says he leaves parties before the devil shows up. In
Yep.
2006, South
South
Park
Park.
puts out an episode about the devil.
So he's referencing
Throwing him a
Diddy.
Sweet 16 party.
Diddy as a devil. Then
yeah.
Throwing the parties, yeah.
All right, now here's my
Is that
question.
a correlation?
Woo.
Here's my
So
question,
Trey
though.
Parker and Matt Stone knew. They're like the new Simpsons.
Right.
Bum, bum, bum.
Right. All right.
You see the one where they say the guy from Futurama's a time traveler too?
Oh yeah. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah. Lars.
Which one?
Matt Groening.
Oh yeah.
The guy that draws it or writes it or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay, go Garen.
Legit
Go
question.
Darren. But wait, one more thing.
No. This is like a legit one. So with Diddy doing all the crap that he did, was he exactly the same person? That, because when he's Diddy, was he like when he was Sean before he
No,
was Diddy?
because he changed
Right,
he changed
right.
his name so much. And I think I told you this the other day. You guys remember when he changed his name to Love?
Do you remember
Oh.
when Snoop Dogg changed his name?
Snoop Lion.
The stupid
Wasn't
Lion?
it?
Yeah.
For
Did that even stick?
second. No.
Well,
We're
there
like,
was another one too where it was like for jazz or something like that.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
Uh-uh.
You remember Ron Artest when he changed his name to Meta World Peace?
That's funny.
that. Okay, so let
Well,
me get to your question real quick.
Because just to reverberate what I'm saying here, I just want to know: was he always
This
like
evil?
Diddy? Was like
No.
because Sean Combs becomes Diddy at some point, but
No.
was Sean
Sean
Combs
Combs.
always Diddy, or did Sean Combs become Diddy after he got all the money and everything?
No, Sean Combs became Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy became Puff Doggy Diddy. I made that up.
But
And then
Puffy.
it came to Puffy, and then P. Diddy, and then Diddy.
yeah, some shit
exactly.
is
But I'm
like
just
that.
I
talking
think there's something
about
missing
I
in
get
there.
what-
did the
I get what you're
fame
saying.
corrupt him?
That's the evolution of the
You
Diddler.
know, that's a great
all right.
question.
I have a point.
You
on
ready
that.
for this?
All right, John's gonna break down all of his names.
Puffy was his original nickname given to him by a friend. Puff Daddy, adopted in 93. P. Diddy changed in 2001. Diddy just eventually just shortened it up. Then in 2017 he changed his name to Love or Brother Love. And then 2021 he's now just or 2021 it was Sean Love Combs.
Yeah, I
Oh.
bet.
And then and now that was the most recent one.
And so, but everyone's gonna call him Diddy because that's what we know, and then
Mhm.
calling him the Diddler is just the best thing
Yes,
ever.
yes.
It works out perfectly.
Okay, so before we get back all the way on track, gosh, what were you saying? I'm gonna have to think that he was probably a normal person ish, and then the money and drugs got to him, and then when he realized that he had, I think he always had this person in him, but he just needed a way to protect himself to be able to do it.
Right.
And when he
okay.
got the money and the fame, it became easier to allow it to come out, I think. But Drew's disagreeing with that.
I think he has been a closeted gay little boy since he was 10 years old. I bet you he was the kid in the corner that would rather draw than listen to the teacher. He was the one that had to act tough to hide his homosexuality. And I also think that he aligned himself with these bigger, tougher dudes and learned how to sing and rap to make it easier for him to prey on people because he is a natural predator. So I think he's just been hiding his homosexual tendencies in plain sight, and he's been unable to do that with all of his money. Just in my opinion.
So one of the interviews I listened to, they had said, I'm not cutting anybody off. I've been waiting to say my point.
No, it's just like cutting the tension in the air. Like you just change it. Like,
yeah.
Wait, do you have a statement?
Do I?
Is it what Caleb's about to say?
You can cut what I said, by the way.
yeah,
'Cause that
probably
will
should,
get
yeah.
So-
that.
No, that will
Beavis.
stay in.
I looked up how he got his name, and it says he got his nickname Puff as a child because he would huff and puff when angry.
I think
I
it's
could see
because
that.
he was puffing on some Peters.
Maybe.
Maybe. But so one of the interviews, they had said that he is a product of his parents. And I didn't get to look into that. Maybe John can find something, but something in his childhood, I think he's always been the way he is. It's just he's so manipulative and good at keeping things under wraps and that kind of thing. And also another interesting point is anyone that does ecstasy for multiple years, which he's been doing for at least 10 years, it changes you as a person. It changes your brain chemistry and you become like a sexual deviant. Like it just messes you up and you're a totally different person as well. So I think it's a combination of the two. It's
Yeah.
from all the drugs and the lifestyle and everything, but also
But I'm just saying this. I'm saying this. Just being a real man, you take responsibility and accountability,
whether
for
you're on
everything
something
you
or
say
not.
and do.
That's fair.
So
Yeah.
even drugs, whatever. Bottom line, a real
Yeah.
man, like I said, takes accountability for what they do.
Fair enough.
I feel like he's going to have to take accountability. I don't think he's going to be able to
He's
weasel himself out of this one.
They have too many tapes. The feds have the tapes.
Okay, so here you go. I got the rundown on the parents, kind of.
okay.
So Melvin, his dad, served in the U.S. Air Force, but was convicted New York, associated with convicted New York drug lord Frank Lucas, and was said to be the kingpin's driver. He was shot at 33 years old in 1992. So he was shot in 92. Diddy was born in 69. So Diddy was 3.
Wait, John, 69 to 92.
72.
Oh, you said 70. I thought you said 92. My bad.
Yeah,
I think he did say 92.
Did I say 92?
Yeah.
You did
Sorry,
say
I was looking at different numbers
The
at the same
math ain't
time.
mathin'.
So he was 33. His dad was 33 years old and 72 when he was shot.
Was he killed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the point you're getting at is he didn't really know his father or
You can
whatever.
survive a
So
shot.
his dad was 3 years old
Not
when
in
he
72.
when he died.
Okay. So what John's getting at is because what you're saying, Caleb, the parents, he's blaming his parents or whatever for influencing how he is now.
Not
But
necessarily
John-
him, but
Oh,
other people
so
speculating.
the dad
yeah,
worked with crime and
right.
like mafia and drug lords and shit.
So basically, what I'm getting from this is his influence was his mom, and his mom manipulated him to think a certain way, which then made him to be a manipulator.
I don't know. That seems far-fetched.
Makes sense. Yeah,
because we don't know anything about the mom yet.
Narcissist or something.
Well, if his dad wasn't in the picture, then
No.
Did it say? Well, okay.
Well,
So
it said
he
got
died
shot.
at when
33.
Diddy was how old?
But
3.
where is Diddy from? Is it New York? Is he
Oh, God.
out of New York? Because if it's the mob ties that I'm thinking of, that's Bumpy Johnson. Like that's who he would be affiliated with. Bumpy Johnson was a
Harlem, New York.
Yeah,
Yep. Harlem. Yeah, that he would have been associated with Bumpy Johnson, which is a super famous black mafia guy in the 70s, 80s.
So Bumpy
I
Johnson.
can't remember the exact era, but
What a
I know.
name.
I know what a name. Bumpy
Johnson.
Yeah, wasn't he at the Player Haters Ball or?
What?
no.
What doesn't make? Never mind. It does make sense now.
Are you sure?
No, I just was like, wait a second. I thought Diddy was all about the West Coast, but he's the East Coast.
Yeah,
Tupac
Diddy's
was-
East Coast with Biggie and Diddy and
Yeah,
Yeah.
just whatever coast, you know.
Fat Joe.
So-
Coast left, coast
So
right.
the East
freaks
Coast
up,
was Diddy, Biggie, and then the West Coast was Snoop Dogg and Dre,
Snoop Dogg, Dre,
Ice Cube.
Suge,
Yeah,
NWA.
Tupac.
yeah. Easy E.
I don't know. I'm like too
Eazy-E was
diabetic
not
to
a part of
understand
it.
all
He was
that.
dead before then.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
familiar with all this, but
Suge Knight gave him
Straight
AIDS
outta
way
Compton.
before then.
Yeah,
Does
he
Suge
injected
Knight
him.
have AIDS?
No. He injected him in
He
the neck.
injected him.
He injected
Oh?
him with AIDS. Yep.
Like
Yeah.
legit?
Yeah.
Like records
injected
of it?
him
is
with
that why
AIDS
he's in
blood.
jail?
Like not. I don't think there's records of it, but I think it's pretty much known.
Yeah.
He injected him.
He made like on-air jokes about that shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
On
Okay.
like Conan or something.
Because you know, like the rap game, right? I mean, you're basically gonna rap everything that you're doing. So rather you're like, oh hey, I'm gonna go deal some cocaine under the bridge in Northtown, you know, at this time, you know what I mean, on the next week Wednesday, you know what I mean? Like, because why hide anything you're doing? Just tell the police and the FBI everything you're doing.
Well, you know what's smart.
He wearing a
about that?
shirt?
Yeah. She is,
Are you
but
shit?
it's just orange. It says
Oh.
new documentary reveals Diddy's mom used to throw wild parties when he was a kid.
No.
Oh wow!
Wow, so this means so much more than I thought.
I bet you he was the first one to lay the egg.
Yeah.
He had to do the test first.
Says Janice Combs, mother of Sean Diddy, used to host wild parties at their childhood homes where adults would engage in sexual activities.
Wow.
Could they hear any
So
audible?
that was probably right after Pops died, and she was just running rapid fire carousel.
Running
Wow,
rampy with
or-
Bumpy Johnson.
Bumpy
Or
Johnson,
I was
let's look
gonna
at
say
Bumpy.
maybe the dad was also part of it, but you never really got to see it because
Yeah, he was only there
his
for
dad,
so long.
right?
Well, he was a military man, probably very strict, and he was like probably into that shit, like low key.
Yeah.
Probably.
And there is, I'm not going to go too deep in this because I'm not a psychologist, but there's a lot of psychology to that, being a young age like that and being
Exposed.
exposed to all that will screw you up.
Oh, for sure, because you
Because-
think it's normal.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
there's that. And two, when you're that young, you can't really comprehend a whole lot of what you're seeing to where it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So if that all happened like that, that's a attributing factor.
So Bumpy Johnson died in '68.
Okay. So it wouldn't have been affiliated.
But he was in Harlem, so
He could have been affiliated with him for a while.
yeah. So
Before
he
he
died.
died.
at 68. The other guy died in '72.
Okay, so they might have known each other then.
Yeah.
Who
Bumpy
took over?
Johnson ran everything in Harlem.
Right.
That was his territory.
Who took over after Bumpy? Look at that.
Bumpy.
It was kind of broken out between like street gangs. That's why there's no organization in organized crime.
Frank Lucas.
Oh,
That was the guy he was driving for.
Yep.
So it was Bumpy, then it went Frank Lucas, and that's the guy that Diddy's dad was driving for.
Look
wow,
at that.
look at you, Drew.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
I told you I know a lot about this fucking organized crime shit.
Wasn't there a lot of different mobs or mafia groups in New York?
Yeah, well, there's
Like-
5 Italian.
Yeah.
And then you're the African Americans, and then you got your Irish ones, but the Irish and Italians usually work together quite a bit.
Well, yeah,
Right.
I've seen The Irishman.
Yeah. Yeah. That's there's actually a couple of good movies. Kill the Irishman is a good one too. That was based out of the Cleveland mob, and it was all about just some old union rep owed a debt to the mob. I believe it was the Gambino family or something like that. I don't quote me on that because I think I may be wrong, but it was a hit on a guy in Ohio because they were real prevalent back then in the 80s. This guy borrowed money. It got stolen from the guy that was going to deliver the money, and the mob wanted him to pay it back still. Because that's how it worked when you borrowed from them. It didn't matter. It's FYPM. Fuck you, pay me.
Right, yeah,
So
yeah.
wait, you're saying that if you borrowed money but didn't receive the money,
Yep.
you still have to pay back the money.
Yeah.
Because as a mob would say, we don't give a fuck if you're sick, you're dying, your mom's in the hospital. Give us our fucking money. It's the only thing that fucking matters.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
But they and in Ohio for some reason they were blowing each other up like crazy with car bombs. This guy survived a car bombing.
Oh wow.
He was actually they suspect he may have staged that one because all it did is made him go deaf in one ear, and then he made a big publicity thing about it. So they're thinking he did it to himself, but yeah, they were using car bombs like crazy.
Interesting.
I know.
You gotta watch Kill the Irishman to understand it.
Right.
They obviously took some liberties, but there's some really good parts in that movie.
I definitely want to check that out. I like those. Those are the style movies that I kind of like. Mobster, or
Goodfellas is the greatest mob movie of all time.
Well, then backtracking, but in Ohio of all places.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, it's so random.
Ohio. Yeah, they were really big in the 80s and 90s. They were the mob was huge in Ohio,
That's
especially
crazy.
the
You know, honestly, we should
Sicilians.
save the mob talk for another episode.
Oh yeah,
Because we
Yeah,
get a
we-
lot out of this. So, Kilo.
Yeah.
For
right.
sure.
Well, we're gonna.
we
We're
took
gonna go
an
back in.
infinite
Back over to
spiral.
you.
Everybody,
Skirt.
sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just lots of little things.
That before you start again, sorry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that Diddy is tied to that, like mobs, and all these different things that it's easy for us to just get sidetracked because then we start going down things that we're interested in,
Right.
But anyways, my bad.
Okay, well, back to the freak offs. So allegedly, all the workers at his mansion or whatever were required to carry drugs on them during the parties. I mean, it didn't specify during the parties, to be honest. So like, it could be all the time. I don't know.
Just imagine you said they were just workers, or what were they
work-
classified as?
Mules.
Well, we'll just
I
say
don't
say
know.
workers, but just imagine them walking around little Pez dispensers.
Right.
Here, here's some pills.
It was said something about a fanny pack. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
That'd
Just
be
a bunch of
so
drugs
They
in a
funny.
probably
fanny
had a
pack.
fanny pack of what are you feeling today?
Right.
They're walking
what
by,
can I help
they're
you
like-
with today?
They're all like, "Hi, Diddy would like to know if you want to get high."
Right.
Well, didn't they catch one of Diddy's mules? And he he talked. Like he was like, "Yeah, my whole job was to make sure the drugs got from A to B."
Well, was that his assistant as well, or was that just the mule?
Sure. I'm not sure. I don't want to misspeak. I feel like I
Okay.
do that too much.
So do I. It's fine. Well, it's interesting because like there was a whole part about his ex-assistant, and he came out and was proving texts that he had received from Diddy, like asking for more drugs and alcohol and sex workers, all that kind of stuff. There was even an instance that his assistant was forced to engage with a sex worker to prove his loyalty. And he felt that if he didn't do it, like, who knows what's going to happen. Either I'll have no job or he'll kill me. I don't know. So he did it.
Well, and then one more thing on that, though, is the sex worker herself. I mean, what did she look like? I wonder.
I don't know.
I mean, let's just be real. Let's just be real. What if it was just an insanely
Probably
good
not
looking
a
one?
cheap, though.
No, I'm serious. What if it was an
That's
insanely good looking one? Oh, and he's going to complain.
Right.
I mean, come on.
But I'm pretty sure Diddy was like there, like watching. So that's a
Well,
whole different.
I'm sure Diddy isn't going to want to watch a Wish.com viewer. You know what I mean?
Right. He's going to pay the big bucks.
Yeah,
for-
he's going to. There's going to be a comma. in
There's
that
so
price.
many
Yeah,
people.
Wish.com.
I saw something where they were like the guy was waking up while the drug was wearing off while Diddy was on top of him just in time for him to pass him off to the next guy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Damn.
But I was gonna say, there are so many desperate people out there that want to get famous through movies, music, and stuff like
Diddy
that.
was all about that.
Right.
He's like, okay, how much you need?
What?
Yeah.
I'm saying.
What do you need? I got you.
Usher,
Darren.
Justin Bieber,
Wait, hold on,
Russell
guys.
Brand.
You didn't catch what Darren just said.
What'd he say?
I said so many people want to get famous off of music and TV, and then he said podcast. So Darren, are you going to take a freak off for us? Take one for the team?
It just depends on how big the eggs are.
Darren, are you performing sexual favors for podcast time?
Blue Jay eggs.
Gotta get the eggs, man.
Those are like,
I was like,
this
dude,
big.
just give me 5 minutes on your mic.
Get you
Come
an
on.
ostrich
Right.
egg.
Cadbury eggs.
Gosh.
Ostrich egg.
Ostrich egg.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Those things are like 3 to 5 pounds.
I'll,
Yeah. I've seen
I
those.
swear I'll
I
do
bet
anything
you
to
can
be
make
just
a
to be a
killer egg
soundbite.
salad though.
I swear I'll do anything just to be a soundbite on your podcast. Just let me. I'll suck it from the back.
I'll suck it.
That would be
from
quite the
back.
soundbite.
There has been multiple accounts of people that have had meetings with him for one reason or another, and he literally straight up asks, like, how much to give a guy a BJ? And they'd say something, and he's like, okay, right now. And like they're like, wait, I was kidding, and he's like, no, right now.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a verbal contract. You can't back out.
Honestly,
Right.
like he don't play. I don't know.
So you're saying he was like, all right, so like hypothetically,
Right,
10 grand, would you suck me?
pretty much.
And if you said yes, and he goes okay, and then he just
Well, I don't know if he whips it out
Unbuttons?
right there, but
Whoa.
like,
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe
know.
he wants you to polish that shaft.
hey, I mean, 10 grand, no, thank you.
Someone's at 100K, and he's like, "That's it, okay."
Jeez, yeah.
Dang. He's like, you guys are
Dang.
thinking small.
Imagine
Think
undercutting
Right.
yourself.
I know, right?
Jeez.
Someone just goes, that's it?
Diddy
to
was
a
even giving out
billionaire.
IV drips just in case you guys were feeling like they were like feeling dehydrated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard that too.
Yeah, the guy was going all out for you.
Yeah. He made sure you were taken care of in all aspects, whether
Right.
you wanted it to be in it or not.
Right.
He has an anesthesiologist. on.
Combs is accused of hitting, kicking, throwing objects, and dragging victims during and after these sexual encounters, injuries will taking days or even weeks to heal.
Oh,
yeah, no, there is
his
video
ex-
of him beating up, I don't know her name, but one of the women he was with.
Cassie.
Yeah. Yeah. You could watch him in the hallway. And
They
then-
dated for 10 years, so think of how much.
Oh, yeah, how much is going
Yeah.
on? That's a thing, too, man.
And then he paid 50 grand for that video and then still ended up getting out.
Right.
And
Well-
non-disclosure agreements can suck my cock.
Oh, there's something about DNA too. Allegedly, Diddy would hand out DNA that would say you can't talk about what you see or do at the parties until after 20 years after Diddy dies.
An NDA?
Yeah,
Yeah,
NDA.
NDA,
Yeah,
non-disclosure
yeah.
agreement.
Yeah.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Okay, I was like,
Did I say something
I
else?
thought you said DNA.
Maybe.
You did say
You-
DNA.
I
said
thought-
DNA?
I was
Yeah,
like,
you said
I was like,
Yeah,
Diddy
honestly-
Maybe I'm
handed out
dyslexic
different
too.
segments of DNA
I was
so they could throw
literally-
the fucking
yeah.
police off. Like, here's somebody else's DNA. Welcome
Oh,
to the
he probably
party.
would. He would do that for sure.
No, I thought she was saying like he was handing out other people's DNA, and then I was trying to think in my head like how what?
Yeah, like, welcome to the white party. Here's Tom's DNA.
Like, when you walk into like a sperm bank, have like a whole bag full of like people's like, semen, and then here you go.
Just sprinkle this wherever you may be at the time.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
That's hilarious. But yeah,
Like,
you
yeah, this one was a
definitely said
doctor.
Some crazy shit, man.
Oh my
that.
gosh.
That's funny, bro.
Hmm.
So everyone that went to a party had to sign that?
And I think anyone that went
Well,
upstairs,
naturally. I feel
Oh.
like if you were just gonna do it, you gotta sign that.
right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're
And-
going to a
yeah.
Diddy party and you know what a Diddy party is about, I guess you're probably just going to be like, yeah, I'll sign it.
Right. Otherwise, you got to get
Hope
out.
I'm not
you
the
know?
one.
Right. Just imagine like Diddy. He just comes down, doesn't even walk down the steps. He just slides down kind of like slowly the rail, and then of like the stairs, and there's like a spotlight on him, and he's all like, you, and you, and then upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet he did that at least one time.
So I was almost like, man, South Park did it again, but then I realized that it was Kanye West with the fish sticks.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
gay
He's
fish.
going crazy right now.
I know he's backing Diddy up right now, so maybe they weren't wrong.
Right.
Maybe he is a gay fish.
Well, and
He
too
could
with
be a gay fish.
but with Kanye or Yee, whatever the hell
Yeah.
we want to call him these days. But yeah, he was wearing a certain offensive symbol as like a chain around his.
Yeah.
Oh, dude! And
Yes,
then his
I'm
Super
sure we
Bowl
can't say that.
commercial.
I don't think I saw the Super Bowl commercial.
Was it him
No,
on nitrous
I'm diabetic.
oxide?
I don't do
No.
He
sports.
was in a dentist chair, wasn't he?
No, I
Or was that
don't-
something else?
I don't
Okay,
know,
sorry. I've watched
but
a lot of things.
all I'm getting at is he paid for a Super Bowl commercial that was basically a QR code that brought you to his website, and it was just one shirt for sale that had a certain symbol on that was very
Prevalent in World War II.
correct.
Oh.
So I seen that he also posted like was it like a tweet or something that he's like, I need somebody to make this chain for me, and then
Someone did it.
someone did it, and then the
Well, of
post was
course,
taken
someone's
down.
gonna do it.
Yeah, but he was like, I need this chain made ASAP, and then within a few hours, the post was taken down again because somebody already picked it up and made it for him.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
here's what he's saying. He's saying that it's not the Germany World War II symbol. He's saying it's the India symbol, because the India symbol, it means peace, as to where the
This
World
is
War
true.
II German one was.
Really?
Yeah,
Look-
Nazis
look up
took
his
the
symbol.
symbol
Look up
and-
Kanye's symbol, because
It-
if it's
no,
different-
it's the exact same, but the symbol was originally meant for peace and stuff in India, and the Nazi Germany took it and ran it for
So,
Yeah,
them.
just
yeah.
like these topics, we're going to be picking them off one by one. What do we got?
Oh, dude, at this point, man, we are.
Oh, so just a part two? Do a part two later?
We'll do a part 2 on this. We got to do a part on the mob. Maybe next week, either do your barbecue or bring some mobster stuff, because that's interesting as well.
Or, maybe something about the mafia getting into the barbecue trade,
we can call it the Mobby
And
Q.
no, you guys all have a beautiful weekend. Peace.
Peace
Bye.
out.
Bye.
It's Gibberlink, by the way.